I don't, I'm trying to remember it, but this is from 2010. So I received this via Prahlad Prabhu, and he said that Srila Gurudev has given the following answer to your question. Now, I don't remember what the question is. Anyway, I will read Srila Gurudev's reply. Chanting Sri Krishna's name is the only recommended process in this Kali Yuga. Hari Bashare Hari Kirtan Vidhan, Nritya Arambila Prabhu Jagater Pran, Punyavanta Shiva Shangane Shubharamba, Utilo Kirtan Dhvani Gopal Govinda. Mahaprabhu has instructed everyone to perform Harinam Sankirtan. He, along with his associates, performed Sankirtan constantly. Actually, we do not have faith in that. We want to do something else, this and that. But in this Kali Yuga, nothing else needs to be done. If we do not have faith, what can be done? Chanting of the holy name is possible only in the association of pure devotees, but it is also very difficult to get such association. If we want quality, we cannot get quantity. And I should say this was something that Srila Gurudev often emphasized, that we should not expect necessarily to get quantity, but we should go where we find quality. We should seek that quality, even if we to find reduced quantity. So continuing the letter, by the grace of the Lord, one gets the actual connection with pure devotee, and that is required to perform Harinam. We remember this many times. Atah Shri Krishna namadi na bhavet grahyam indriyai, sevan mukhehi jivado, swayameva spuratyada. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1-2-234. The transcendental name, form, qualities, and pastimes of Sri Krishna cannot be comprehended through the materially contaminated senses. Only when one becomes spiritually saturated by transcendental service to the Lord, the transcendental name, form, qualities, and pastimes of the Lord are revealed to him. So I really like this word saturated. Continuing the letter, Sri Rupa Goswami, the foremost devotee, has given these instructions. We cannot perform Harinam with these material senses. The mundane senses have got no power to do so. When the person dies, what will happen to the senses and the knowledge of the senses? They will not go with us. Atma will go with us, not the material sense organs. We cannot comprehend the transcendental Lord through the mundane strength of our mundane sense organs. The transcendental Lord is revealed only to the transcendental senses. If we take shelter to a devotee whose senses are transcendental and to whom the Lord is revealed, then we can also become transcendental. Otherwise, it is not possible. It is difficult. It is not so easy. But in spite of that, for those who start devotion, they will get some aptitude to serve. If we do not start, whatever endeavor we may do, everything will be zero. This last thing Gurudev said, it reminds me that when I was listening to his video conferences, I think this was back in maybe 2012 or 2013, he often used to say, he often used to repeat that without serving Krishna, everything will be zero, zero, zero. He used to say very much.
He was fond of that.
Yeah. So continuing with that letter, one should go through the teachings given by our most revered Srila Gurudev to a devotee from West India who came to Kolkata from Muzaffarnagar, close to Chandigarh, India. That devotee had some affection for me, and he had taken Harinam from our most revered Srila Gurudev earlier, but he had no inclination to one-pointed devotion. He used to go to many places and preach, but there was lack of faith and pure devotion to Supreme Lord Shri Krishna in him. That devotee had been there in Kolkata for several days, but since the doctor had forbidden Srila Gurudev to talk excessively, he had no opportunity to hear him speak. Srila Gurudev used to rest on the bed in his room. One day, when there were few of his godbrothers close to him, I requested Srila Gurudev that it would be nice if he could say something for a minute to the devotee from West India. Srila Gurudev told, "Call everyone here." Sri Jagmohan Prabhu, who was in charge of our Kolkata Mat those days, was astonished. Why is he calling everyone? Nobody could understand. Our Gurudev was not an ordinary person. It is not easy to understand him. Everybody came there upon Guru Maharaj's wish. Pujyapad Narasingha Maharaj and Pujyapad Rishikesh Maharaj were also there. Pujyapad Rishikesh Maharaj knew shorthand writing. He started noting down Guru Maharaj's instructions. You have to practice according to what our Gurudev has instructed. Srila Gurudev's instructions on December 30th, 1978 at Kolkata Mott. I am not well, and so this is now being spoken by Srila Param Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Madhav Maharaj, and Srila Gurudev has transcribed it and written it to me. So Srila Param Gurudev is speaking. I am not well, and the doctor has warned me not to speak too much. It is quite possible that I do not stay much longer in this world. I am telling you that to engage in a proper practice of devotional service, you must be fixed in the worship of your desired form of the Lord. When a woman is not faithful to her husband, when she loves someone else, she cannot give herself to his service. Infidelity and exclusive devotion cannot go together. For this reason, a faithful and devoted wife will never allow anyone to take the place of her husband, nor will she criticize anyone else. She will not condemn her brother-in-law, her mother-in-law, or her father-in-law, nor anyone else who is related to her husband, but will rather give each of them his or her due respect. In the same way, if you wish to advance in devotional service, worship Krishna alone. Do not criticize the other gods and goddesses, but think of them as servants of Krishna, and give them their due respect in that consciousness. But be careful to never give them the place which is due to the ultimate object of your devotion, Sri Krishna. I am giving you this instruction. Take responsibility for it. Give this matter a little thought. You are a competent person, you are highly qualified, but you don't understand this tradition yet. In the Gaudiya Sampradaya, in the line from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the religious tradition of devotion to Krishna, dedicated devotees worship Krishna exclusively. If you put other gods and goddesses on the same level as Krishna, you are making a mistake. Not all gods and goddesses are equal, nor all incarnations of Vishnu. Ete chanksha kalah punksha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulang Lokang Mritayanti Yuge Yuge. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 3, Verse 28. After discussing all the different incarnations, Matsya, Kurma, Rama, Nrsimha, etc., Vedavyas says that none of these incarnations is Krishna himself. Some of them are expansions, some are partial manifestations, but Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Jar Bhagavatta hoite anyar Bhagavatta, Swayam Bhagavan Shabdir Tahate Shakta. The epithet Swayam Bhagavan can only be used for him from whom the characteristics of Godhead are derived. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, Chapter 2, Verse 88. No one is equal to Krishna. Everyone should keep this in mind and worship Krishna exclusively and with dedication. Devotion will not increase by making a hullabaloo, a confused uproar. Everyone should remember this. We will not condemn any other gods or goddesses, but will pray them to give us the blessing that we remain fixed on our supreme object of worship, Sri Krishna. You should also go through the ultimate message of Srila Prabhupada that he had spoken on December 27, 1936, before entering the eternal pastimes of Shri Shri Radha Krishna. So that is the end of that letter.
Excuse me, I just wanted to know the source of that Bangla Payar you just spoke in the last.
Oh, yes. So that was from Chaitanya Charitamrita. It was Adi Lila, Chapter 2, Verse 88, according to this letter.
Verse 88?
Yes. Now, I have seen that there are slight differences in verse numbers between different editions of Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Okay.
So, presumably it will be somewhere near there.
Please give us your interpretation of this letter.
Well, so this letter is emphasizing the need to do Hari Kirtan and that nothing else can be done. I mean, something else can be done, but nothing else needs to be done in this Kali Yuga. He says, but in this Kali Yuga, nothing else needs to be done. And chanting of the holy name and the association of pure devotees, those have also been emphasized. And that we cannot directly understand Shri Krishna through the materially contaminated senses. And it wasn't said explicitly here, but Srila Gurudev has said many times that the senses include our mind and intelligence. These are also materially contaminated senses. So in this interpretation of this verse from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, where he says that only when one becomes spiritually saturated by transcendental service to the Lord, the transcendental name, form, qualities, and pastimes of the Lord are revealed to him. So that spiritualization of the senses, that comes through engaging in service in the association of the pure devotees. They have those transcendental senses, and so therefore they can reveal to us what we cannot perceive. Like if a deaf person goes to an opera, then the deaf person, despite being there, is not going to understand what happened. Only those who are hearing would be able to explain what is going on in the opera. So similarly, only someone who is connected with the transcendental realm can give us the understanding of the transcendental realm. And so we have to keep to it with faith. And it's very clearly said that it seems that this devotee from West India perhaps did not have exclusive devotion to Shri Krishna, but was perhaps talking about different demigods, or had, or perhaps even different incarnations and so forth. So Srila Param Gurudev evidently emphasized that Shri Krishna is the supreme object of worship and the origin of all, and that others are either servants, like the devas and devis, they're servants of Shri Krishna, or then there's also different incarnations, they're expansions of Shri Krishna, or they're manifestations of Shri Krishna, but only Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So he's emphasizing this one-pointed devotion. And in order to get that one-pointed devotion, we have to catch it from a devotee. So that's the proper infection. The contagion that we want is the infection of devotion.
So just as you notice that Gurudev always emphasized on quality. So going with this criteria, what quality attributes we can understand from Gurudev's teachings? What he meant by saying quality?
Well, one thing that I understand from that is that we can't be guided by what is popular, because that's, the people among whom it is popular, there may be a large quantity of people among whom something is popular, and that may not necessarily be the best quality thing. So that's one lesson that I draw from that. Maybe Rupa has something to say.
Well, I mean, he always said quality over quantity also. So I guess that's what I was thinking of when you said that, because popularness is a quantitative thing. And we can be very easily swayed because of that. So I guess that's sort of tagged on to what you said. But yeah, I don't know if I have anything else other than that.
He certainly often used to talk about chanting from the core of our heart.
That's actually the other thing I was thinking of, but I wasn't sure if it applied. Mm-hmm. That would answer the question.
Yeah. And so yes, that's definitely an emphasis on quality. And also when he told us to, for instance, to do the annik, the mantras, he talked about meditating on meaning. Actually, any kind of mantra or prayer, he said meditating on meaning. So again, that's the quality, that we're supposed to go deeply into things. And he himself, from everything I've heard, he was always very careful and tried to do things very perfectly. Prahlad Prabhu said that even when he was writing an English letter or a translation or any kind of English writing, that he would spend very long time looking in the dictionary for the exact word and would want to make sure that it couldn't be interpreted in some other meaning other than what was the sense of the whatever he was translating.
Yeah.
That he used to do things very perfectly. You yourself must have that experience. What is your
Yes,
interpretation?
I think what I felt was Guru Maharaj was established in these qualities. It was not that he had to imbibe these qualities. It was inside him already. But despite the fact he was surrounded by many people who were not understanding him at all, and sometimes it made things very complicated for Guru Maharaj. So he had to tolerate so many things. So, but still, he was established in these transcendental qualities that it comes natural to him. One of the most Mahalakshmi has entered. Uh, one of the most important incident I know was when during Brajmandal Parikrama, which I got opportunity to be with Guru Maharaj, and the whole I attended in 1990. And when our Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj was leading. So there were so much difficulties in stay, in prasad, in everything. I mean, things were not comfortable at all. But Guru Maharaj was established in his quality of tolerance so much that it was like moving for me to see that. Very moving. I mean, he had no rest, and people were eager to talk to him at any moment of time, not thinking that he has not taken prasad or rest, but he was giving everything for them. So that made me like cry. What's going on? So please say something more.
Well, you also heard this letter that I read. So, was your reaction, or did it remind you of anything?
I mean, the present letter you just spoke.
Yes, yes.
Actually, I think by this shloka, Sevan Mukha Jivai, I mean, that's the crux of Gurudev's teachings. I mean, he has not emphasized just on external things. Even he will not say so much, do Harina. No. He will say, with servicing. And service of your devotee is foremost, even if you want to do Harina, that will manifest. So that's actually interpretation of Gurudev is very, very subtle. We hear this shloka from many, many speakers, but the way Gurudev interprets it is unique. And this, he comes to this shloka so many times. So please say something more.
And you were saying that that those qualities were established in him innately,
Yeah.
and that we can definitely see. And yet, at the same time, he also demonstrated this this quality in that he was always looking for and surrendering to some senior Vaishnav.
Yes. Yes.
So even after Srila Param Gurudev had departed and had given him, he was the president of the mission of the Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math. He was the Acharya. Srila Param Gurudev had said that he had, absolute authority. That anyone who did not regard this, that they should not remain. So nevertheless, he was always keeping over his head the senior Vaishnavas, and so we saw how he did that with Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj, and then even after Srila Guru Maharaj's departure, how he was going to see Srimad Bhakti Kumud Santa Maharaj, and even when Srimad Santa Maharaj was also manifesting this pastime that he was, he was not speaking, he was also in, Antaranga. Then Srila Gurudev went to him and he didn't say, please stay. He said, please protect me. So he was still asking for the protection of the senior Vaishnavas. He was never, saying that, he was, even though he was the shelter of all of us, but he was always looking for a higher shelter. And just, he was giving that example.
Yeah. And when our Srila Bhakti Puri Goswami Maharaj Ji exhibited the pastime of illness, that made Guru Maharaj very, very disturbed. I cannot tell you. It was like a just very personal feeling for him. But then when Vyasa Puja came of your Guru Maharaj, so Guru Maharaj was told to write something. So what he wrote actually made me like very, very astonished that how Guru Maharaj sees it. Because I could see that he was very much down because of what's happening to Maharaj. But what he wrote was that Nishche jani he te tar paranand sukh, that shloka, that whatever you see outwardly, illness, pastimes, but inside it is not affecting a pure devotee. Inside he is paranand sukhi. So that made me actually, with the same realization, he was not insensitive to the feelings. That's very wonderful thing. When it's not, oh, everything is like this spiritual. Because I have seen we people torturing Gurudev, especially in North India, with so much stress, physical stress. I mean, will you believe I travel with Guru Maharaj in a bus from Chandigarh to Roopnagar, and hundreds of people are waiting for Guru Maharaj to get down from bus. And from Indian bus, it's a very big step. So to step down with his wooden sandals for Guru Maharaj, holding his danda, holding one side the bus, it was difficult for Guru Maharaj to step down. No one gave him support. I was behind Guru Maharaj in the bus. So somehow Guru Maharaj comes down and he is not even stable on the ground with his wooden sandals, that one of the devotees folded his hands. Maharaj, give me your sandals. And Guru Maharaj was like looking at this. What's this? And Guru Maharaj left the sandals. This devotee picks up the sandals and say, Maharaj, start Nagar Kirtan.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And this, there was no, it was like full of stones, pebbles, sand, not a good road. And then Guru Maharaj followed him. He did Nagar Sankirtan. What can be done? So as Guru Maharaj says, what can be done? So it was always like this. Very, very painful for me. So this is all in video recording, what I'm like describing you. So, and then I asked this person, why you did like this? You know what was his answer? Om Rasbihari, Guru Maharaj is in transcendental world. He has no effect on his body. Anything, external things will not affect him. This was the justification.
It's not our position to act like that. My goodness.
I mean, that means we can torture Guru Maharaj. And in a different occasion, he came down and people were greeting him, welcoming him, chanting Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva. And it was like 3 hours. So after 3 hours, when Guru Maharaj got time to go to the room, I was following with his luggage. He immediately rushed to the washroom, to restroom. And we could not think that he had to use restroom because he traveled all the way from Calcutta to Bombay and 3 hours just welcoming him. And so we tortured Guru Maharaj so much. So we have not understood his spiritual stature, and we have not served him the way we should have. And
well, I didn't serve him at all. So
and if you tell Guru Maharaj this thing, you know what will be his reply?
what?
He will say, he will look into your eyes. He will say, but you are already serving.
I don't know. I mean, in my case, I really didn't serve him at all. I mean, anyway.
So that day, Rupa Manjari Didi actually reminded us very intensely about
heard what she said.
Arunati, because I have so much connection with her, your aunt. So I was moved with that. I will request Rupa Manjari to come on screen.
She had to go take care of something on. Oh, you mean the other day? Yeah, she had to go take care of something on the stove. She's not here right now, but
I'm listening. I just can't sit here because like I'm in the kitchen. I'm listening.
Oh, okay.
Good.
From the kitchen. Hare Krishna, Dhanavad.
Hare Krishna, Dhanavad.
But the things are boiling. I have to stand there.
Okay. So that day, whatever you said actually was very, very moving. I mean, I have no words to describe. It came naturally to you, but that was, I mean.
Well, maybe you can also tell us something about her, because you also had some of her association that we didn't have. And
if you want, I can read a letter if you want.
Oh, yes, please.
Okay, give me a second.
Dandy's rookie.
Dandy's.
Oh, there's somebody else here.
Mahalakshmi ki jai. Hari Bol. So I have Gurudev's letters in this file.
Mhm.
They started in 1983. And the last letter I had was in 2007.
Hmm.
So
What happened in
I had written
2007?
letters, telegrams, acknowledgements, everything, whatever Guru Maharaj sends.
Oh, I
I
see.
have. I also have a handwritten note by your Guru Maharaj about our Gurudev
Mhm.
and by Srila Sant Goswami Maharaj. So all these things. Now, because of this coronavirus thing, I want to put record online.
Yeah, they should be
We
digitized.
don't know what will happen to us about this. No one is guaranteed about life now. Life is very, very
Well,
threatened. So I think the record should remain in cloud for anyone to refer. So I'm reading a letter of 1984. This is March 1984. So this is a blue inland letter which cost 35 paisa at that time.
So this is from Gurudev in March of 1984?
Yes. So this is, he himself writes the address. He himself writes everything. And he says that every portion of that 2-page letter is utilized. So he will write to all corners. Like here also he's writing. I mean, all the corners. So you have to move letters different directions. So it's all handwritten. So I will read it. All glory to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Shri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math, 35 Satish Mukherjee Road, Calcutta 26. 27/3/1984.
Prabhuji, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yes,
It's driving me crazy because I heard Guru Maharaj when he used to be in Param Gurudev's Bhajan Kutir. I could have sworn he always said 36 Satish Mukherjee Road.
it's,
Am I crazy? Do you remember that?
can you see? It's,
I know. It's 35, but I remember in my mind hearing him say, from the paper. Remember how he looked at the paper when he was in front of Param Gurudev? He said 36 Satish Mukherjee. And I know the address is 35, so I wonder if you knew that, or maybe I'm misremembering. I don't know.
okay. So 27th March 1984. My dear Shri Rajendra Mishra, I was in receipt of your letter dated 9th February 1984. After my month-long preaching tour program of Assam and on my return to Calcutta, I had been to other places in West Bengal to attend religious meetings. The 9-day big religious function on the occasion of Shri Navdeep Dham Parikrama and Shri Gaur Janmotsav terminated successfully and very grandly from March 10th to March 18th. After that, I had been to one place in Midnapur district with a big party to participate in the annual religious conference I returned here last evening. I have gone through the contents of your letter and now I am giving my reply to it. More than 1,000 devotees participated in Sri Navadip Dham Parikrama celebrations, who stayed at our mutt as guests. It was a huge thing. So naturally, we were all awfully busy in looking into the arrangements of stay and prasad, of guests as well as regarding parikrama. We performed parikrama daily on foot and with Sankirtan procession, walking daily 4 miles, 10 miles, and one day 17, 18 miles. Lakhs of people came to visit the birthplace of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the places of holy pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. The very fact that we are in bondage now, actually, why Guru Maharaj is talking about parikrama, I give you context that just before Guru Maharaj wrote me that I should come to participate in Navadip Dham Parikrama, but I could not. So after the finishing of Parikrama, he is writing me. So then he starts his sutras, as you said. Now, sutras are coming. The very fact that we are in bondage and are suffering threefold afflictions proves that we are averse to God, Sri Krishna. The root cause of our affliction is forgetfulness of our eternal relation with Sri Krishna. Those jivas who have done eternal good deeds, who are fortunate, come in contact with real sadhus, Shuddha Bhaktas, and come to know about their real self, hyphen, that they are eternal servants of Sri Krishna, and when they have forgotten their eternal relation with Sri Krishna, they are entangled in the snare of Maya. Now, if they take absolute shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, they will be rescued. Jivas are atomic spiritual sparks. They have got thinking, feeling, and willing. Misuse of their relative independence is the cause of their averseness to Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna does not want to destroy the relative independence of jivas, because by that the very purpose and existence of jivas will be destroyed. So Sri Krishna and his devotees always tried to advise jivas. Now here comes the real catch. Sri Krishna and his devotees. Sri Krishna and his devotees always try to advise jivas and make them understand so that they will submit to him willingly. I think Guru Maharaj followed this principle to the core. As long as the sweetness of Sri Krishna is not tasted, this tug of war between worldly attraction and Krishna Bhakti will continue. Without sadhana, Without sadhana, sadhya vastu, goal of life cannot be achieved. You are to perform sadhana with sincerity and steadfastness. Pravritti marg is suitable to common people. Nivritti marg is best, but persons competent for this are rarely to be found. Whether you are in Pravritti marg or Nivritti marg, you are to start bhajan. It is a long journey. We will not get anything all on a sudden. For enslaved jivas, Shuddha Bhakti, Shuddha Harinam is difficult. But if there is sincere desire to perform bhakti and chant Harinam correctly, Shri Krishna and Shri Krishna Bhakta will be at your back to help you. By their grace, you will succeed in getting Shuddha Bhakti and in uttering Harinam rightly. Oh my God. I shall leave for Chandigarh on 4th April by Himgiri Express and hope to reach Chandigarh on 5th April, where I may stay for a week. No other program for Punjab has been decided. We are in a way. My love to you all. May all merciful Srila Gurudev bless you. Affectionately yours. Sign. So, this is 1984 letter. So we can observe his routine. I mean, he was always preaching, moving from one place to another place. I think he spent major part of his life in travel. And he had nothing like a vacation or relaxation or his personal privacy. So it was like his life was open book, and he used to carry so many scriptures along, and he will lie down on the floor and he will put all those books.
It's 8 hours.
Very nicely. So we were not capable to understand his transcendental, real personality, but we just treated him as someone who is part of our family, someone senior, someone like. Actually, our Guru Maharaj convinced us that he is not our Guru, but Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj is our Guru. By everything, by telling, give him pranami, give him pranam, everything. So he will just follow and he will just translate for us in Hindi what Maharaj said. So it was like this. And for us, for a very long time, Srila Puri Goswami Maharaj was our Guru, and we were just following Gurudev behind him. So that's it. So I would like Rupa Manjari to speak now, please.
I'll have to go again in a few minutes, but the thing you just said about life, his life was an open book. He never took a vacation. I was telling, can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can, very clear.
I was telling